Are you an English student? Yes? Yes, you are. What are we doing right now? We are trying to agree. Yes. And this lesson is all about learning how to agree with someone, how to say that somebody's right. It's a long time that you've been disagreeing with people and saying that they are wrong. With me, Michelle, you're going to learn how to say yes to somebody. Different ways of saying yes. Let's start. The first phrase here. Yes, that's right. That's a very regular phrase. And if I ask you a question like, is this a vase? If there's one, what will you reply to that? Yes, that's right, that is one. Or if I ask you, are you an English student? You will say, yes, that's right, I am an English student. Or if you follow any other language, then maybe you're a German student. So you could reply, yes, that's right to it. It's a general response. With this, we come to the second phrase. You're quite right. The word quite reduces the agreement. The agreement which here was about 99% or 98%, here comes down to at least 70%. Because 30% maybe that person is not right or their answer is incomplete. Let me give you an example. Let's say your friend has filed for a divorce and you meet him after some time. You ask him, hey, you're divorced, right? And he might say, you're quite right, because he's still in the process of divorce. He hasn't yet been divorced and he will soon be, but because he's in the middle of it, he might say, you're quite right, but not 100%. Not 100%. About 70%, let's say. Some disagreement. The third one here, yes, that's correct. If you're the brother of John and your name is Mark, and somebody might ask you, hey Mark, are you the brother of John? What will you reply? Yes, that's correct. I am John's brother. That'll be a perfect answer because here you're completely agreeing with the person and it's also a neutral response like, yes, that's right. That's spot on. What if you have called, you're thinking about the interior designing for your home and you're thinking of the shade. Maybe you want a grayish silver shade for your interiors and you've called an interior designer to decide the shade with you. And she brings a shade card and she suggested, so why don't you go for this particular color? And you would reply, that's spot on. That's exactly the color I was looking, because she's also showing you the same shade, grayish silver, which you wanted. So this is 100% agreement. Now we come to the next phrase. You're dead right. Let's imagine. Please put your imagining caps on and continue to imagine with me all these interesting situations. You're in a meeting and you're having a discussion about why your company's market shares are going really low, and one of your friend there, your colleague, he suggests that the reason is because our products are not very competitive. And you agree with that 100%. So what will you say? You might respond to that as a comment that you're dead right. Yes, our products are not very competitive. That's where you can use this phrase. Correct response. These are all different ways of agreeing with somebody. The ones here are slightly neutral and they are near to a complete agreement, But these two here, that's spot on, you're dead right, and you've hit the nail on the head, are absolutely full agreement, 100% agreement phrases. For this one, you've hit the nail on the head. This is a phrase which talks about doing exactly the right thing. In other words, you're doing precisely the right thing, which is exactly what is demanded of the situation. Exactly the right thing. For this phrase, let me give you an interesting example. I was once having a discussion with my friends about computers. Everyone, we were just having a discussion. There were some people who said that, we need to be very efficient for using computers. But I don't think that way. I don't think we need too many skills for using computer. And right then when I was thinking this, one of my friend Mike got up and he said that you don't need to know how it works in order to use a computer. And I told him, Mike, you hit the nail on the head. It's just what I was thinking. So that's where you can use this phrase. Coming over to the last two phrases, you could say so. Just like you're quite right, this also means an incomplete agreement. So let's imagine again. We are going for a movie and you're going for a movie with your friends and none of you, after the movie is over, really liked the movie. You're just walking out of the theater and none of you liked it and you were just about to get into a discussion when one of your friends said, "It's such an awesome movie," and you were really surprised that he liked it, but because you did not want to offend him, although you disagreed, you said you could say so, it was a nice movie. So that would not offend him also, and you also have made your point. So if you want to make your point without disagreeing completely, then this is one way to agree. One way to say that yes, you're right, but not 100%. So here, the percentage, which was 70% here, comes down to about 50%. 50%. How do you feel when your boyfriend is leaving the city? Of course, not nice, right? And what happens when your girlfriend leaves the city? You also don't feel good about it. So let's say you're leaving the city and your girlfriend, you're calling her and saying that, "Hey, I'm going back to my own city. I've got to go now." And she tells you, "Really? Is it important? You have to go. Can't you stay a bit longer?" What would you reply to her? You can tell her, "I'm afraid to say so, but yes, I need to go now." That's one way of agreeing again, but not offending somebody when you use the phrase, "I'm afraid so." This phrase means that you're trying to be very polite. I'm sure you don't want to be rude to your girlfriend, so please use this phrase. And the agreement here, it's like you're just confirming. This phrase is used for confirming to someone's question mostly. And always it will be a response to a question, or it can be used in the beginning of you telling a sad news or a bad news. Finally, after doing all these phrases, I hope you've learned interesting ways to agree with somebody. So please don't wait and start agreeing with people. It's not good to disagree too much. So agree with your friends, be merry, and enjoy your time. I'm going to see you again with a new video very soon. Till then, you take care. Bye-bye.